Okay, we're getting hot water going out to the radiant because of the way they have piped this. It's getting hot water coming in and going through the pump, and we want cold water going in this pipe. I need to move this inlet to over here where the cold water's coming in. I would also like to make this pipe a 1-inch pipe so that it doesn't make pressure against this tempering valve. This is all about getting cooler water going out to the slab so we don't hurt the tubing in the floor. That would be a major expense if that gets damaged. And it's sending out maybe 170-degree water out to the floor right now. And we don't want any more than 140, 130. It'd be nice 120 if it'll get it done, is what we want. But if I change these things the way I want and make this into 1 inch, it's not going to probably circulate water through the floor. So what I would need to do is to add a pump on the pipe that goes to the radiant heating or the baseboard heating upstairs, and a pump on what goes to the radiant heating. And then this pump would be responsible for moving water through the boiler. It would be several $100s and several hours to make this change. But then we could get the water temperature going out to the floor under control and adjust it with the tempering valve, which is already here, and get the water temperature down to maybe 120 or 130, 140 at the most. 170-degree water is hard on this rubber tubing that's in the floor. This looks like N-Tran tubing in the floor. And 15, 20 years ago, N-Tran had lawsuits because of their product. I haven't heard any problems with this, but really don't want to take a chance with it.
This property's about 15 years old, I think.
If the radiant slab fails, you're talking about $50,000, $70,000 to get that replaced. By the time you remove the slab and what's there and redo it with this color, it's only color concrete only, but it would still cost a lot. You might get it for only 30 or 40,000. The stuff that needs to happen in here would be less than $1,000, and then everything would work better, more the way it's designed to work. They tried to shortcut this by using one pump. It kind of works. You can definitely make it seem like it's working to somebody that doesn't know it'll be working because you turn the thermostat up and it gets warm. That's not a true test of whether it's working right. The true test is the temperature of the water that we can get coming out through this pipe right here. This is going out to the heat. And it can't be controlled right now because all it has is hot water coming from both sides. You need hot water coming from here, cold water coming from here. This is, it's 160 plus water going into the cold side of this valve right now. We want what I've got back here, which is, this is getting warm. This is up to 120 probably, maybe more, 130 coming back from the house. It wouldn't be that hot if we weren't sending 170-degree water out. If we were sending 120 or 130-degree water out, this would be 90 or 100-degree water coming back, and we could use it then to mix with hot water from the boiler to send back out to the house. And that's pretty much it. I want to add a couple of pumps and change the way this is piped right here and make this bigger. And I'm sorry that's not what anybody wants to hear, that I want to make these changes. I'm not trying to sell you a new boiler. But I want to save what's in the floor. I want it to last as long as possible, and what's going on here is not making that happen. It's using up what's in the floor at an accelerated rate. I don't care what's in the floor. This hotter water going in there is not a good thing no matter what. It's causing it not to heat properly, uneven heating in the floor. It's hard on the piping. Might be costing more money because you are sending hotter water out there. If it were mine, I would definitely do this. There's no question in my mind I would make these changes as if this belonged to me.